Some people say this is the worst and most boring Fujifilm lens, and that is why I never gave it a try. But after 4 years of YouTube reviews, I learned that the best way to be sure about something is to give it a try. So I was wandering around in the depths of online second-hand markets looking for a particular lens that is now very hard to find, and failed. But I saw an 18mm f2 at a good price and I said it's time to see what this lens is all about. Got it and took it with me on a trip to the north of Spain, and what a fabulous companion this lens was for my Fujifilm X-T5. Hiking with the X-T5 and this lens was a breeze. Sometimes less is more. Just like the 35mm f1.4, this lens is beautiful. The square lens hood from Fujifilm is one of my favorite of all time. Too bad that they don't make them anymore for newer lenses. I hate the lens hoods from the new lenses, especially the one on my 33mm f1.4. I still can't believe they put that on a lens in that price range. But let's keep this video positive, the internet is full of negative ones. I love how compact and lightweight this lens is. You can forget you have it in your bag, and that is what you want sometimes for hiking, travel and street. And being so compact, people don't notice you immediately when you take photos. The aperture ring of course has clicks, not the best you can find on Fujifilm lenses, but it is decent. A bit loose, the age of the lens can impact this. The focus ring on the other hand is on the bad side. It turns smoothly but feels hollow and it makes a scratching sound sometimes. Again, it may be from the age of the lens. The thing is, while I used it outside and I was not checking it out under a microscope, I quite like the aperture ring. Like most Fujifilm lenses, this is very well built. Metal mount, metal body, no weather sealing, but I didn't find this an issue. Let's not forget, this is an old lens and most have problems with vignetting and chromatic aberrations. Yes, you can see some purple fringing wide open, but only in some situations. And vignetting is not a problem if you take photos in JPEG, because the camera knows how to correct the lens problems. Leaving problems aside, I love the image quality of this lens. Starting from f2, the center has enough details even on the X-T5. You see a bit of softness because diffraction, 40 megapixel sensor, but as I said, enough details and good contrast. This is the big issue with this lens, or the big issue for some people, the corners are soft. Does it really matter? Are you going to take landscape photos at f2? No, you're not. You can see that softness very close to the border of the frame, and in some situations you don't see it at all. If you stop this lens down further, it gets better and better. At f2.8 you get a boost in the center, and if you want to get a crisp image with a 40 megapixel sensor, stop down to f5.6 or f8. At these apertures, corners still have some problems, but the mid-frame and center look amazing. Do you need perfect corners for travel, street or even landscape? If the photo is good, your subject is interesting and the light makes everything stand out? Guess the answer: no, you don't. The image quality of this lens is good enough in my opinion for a lens that is so compact and lets in a decent amount of light. These are the benefits of the 18f2. Center sharpness, at f2 it lets in a decent amount of light, compactness, and it looks so good. We should never forget, photography needs to be fun and relaxing, and a lens like this can sometimes do that for you. Leave your G Masters and other big super sharp lenses at home and go have some fun with a lens like this. Maybe you're going to take even better photos, not being stressed about sharpness and focals. Put this on a smaller camera like my XE4 and you get a pocketable powerhouse. I used powerhouse in one of my videos, now I'm officially a YouTuber. The minimum focus distance is very good and you get nice results when you get closer to your subject starting from f2, but at f2.8 you get better results. The bokeh of the lens and the transition from in focus to out of focus when you are close to your subject is pretty nice for a wide lens. The autofocus, when used in a quiet environment, seems like it is sending fax messages to Mars. But I live in Spain, so being outside, the noise is not noticeable, not even inside bars or restaurants. If you've been to Spain or live in Spain, you know what I'm talking about. The autofocus for photography is decently quick on newer cameras like the X-T5. Loud but quick. For video, on the other hand, it is better to film stationary subjects or set the camera to move the focus really fast, so you won't see the stepping this lens makes. I really like how this lens renders colors for video, a thing not many people talk about. And because the lens has soft corners, it draws the attention towards the center and your main subject. The autofocus, if you need it to stay on a stationary subject, it does a great job. I never saw it pulsing or hunting for no reason. After it gets in focus, it just stays there. What do you think about this lens for video? Tell me in the comments below. If you want to buy this lens, buy it second-hand, because in my opinion, even if it is a fun lens, it is not worth its price new in 2024. Distortion is a problem with this lens, but hey, some people don't mind it, some people like it, some people hate it. You can correct it in post or shoot JPEG so you won't have these problems. Overall, the 18mm f2 is a great choice for photographers looking for a wide, affordable, but only second-hand, portable lens with decent image quality, quick autofocus and good versatility. Tell me about your experience in the comments below. What do you think about the Fujifilm 18mm f2? Do you like it, hate it, or plan on buying it? I think I'm going to keep this one for a while. If this video was helpful, subscribe, like and use the links in the description to support the channel at no extra cost to you. Also, check out my older videos about Fujifilm lenses and cameras. Thank you for watching, see you next time.